Do you know why this case is a king? It's because MONTECH is innovating, stepping outside of the conventional case design, giving you more for your money. Bold design with curved glass in the front, bunch of fans included, and not just any fans, they give you reversed fans, so your build will look good. You get accessories that are sold as extras with other brands, but there is more here. Word from our sponsor, and I'll show you this case in detail. Looking for affordable Windows or Office keys? Look no further, I got you covered. Head over to scdkey.com, pick your Windows edition, use my discount code LE25 to get a 25% on any Windows or Office products. Once you complete your order, after a few seconds you will receive your code. In Windows, go to Settings, there should be an Activate Windows prompt at the bottom. Click that, enter your code and wait for Windows to finish activation. To check the activation status, use the command prompt with the command slmgr.vbs/xpr and you should receive a notification that the machine is permanently activated. Once again, use code LE25 at scdkey.com. So obviously we are now into the fish tank era of the case design. This is not a bad thing. Case manufacturers are aware that we PC enthusiasts and gamers like to display our beautiful hardware. MONTECH went a step beyond the rest and gave us this beautiful curvy case with curved glass in the front. Yes, this is glass, not plastic. The curvy design can be noted throughout the case. You can notice it being there on the side LED strip as well. The I/O panel is right there on the front of the case with an evidently large power button. Below is the LED switching button, followed by the microphone and headphone jacks, 2 USB 3.0 ports and 1 USB-C port. It's everything that a modern PC needs, nothing much, nothing less. The dimensions of this case are 475 by 300 by 442 mm. Getting to the interior of the case is super easy. Twist of a thumb screw at the back, and there is a pull tab at the back as well. Just pull it and it will come loose from the pegs that hold it. Glass is thick, seriously thick. The front curved glass piece is also removable from the inside and it is only held by pegs. No thumb screw for extra security, although it has 2 clips that slip into the chassis, so it won't move that easily. When you remove both glass panels, building in this case becomes super easy. The motherboard support is up to ATX standard, rubber grommets are on all holes, GPU clearance is up to 420 mm and 175 mm for the CPU heatsink clearance. It also comes with a bunch of pre-installed PWM and ARGB enabled fans. You get one 120 mm regular fan at the back, 3 120 mm reverse fans on the bottom. Once again, reverse fans look like regular fans, but the fins are reversed so they pull instead of pushing the air, giving you regular visual look in return so you don't mess the beauty of your build, so to say. You also get 2 reverse fans on the side as well, so they are intaking air, not exhausting, because honestly I am tired of explaining this every time I post a build like this and immediately people start commenting, "You are stupid, where are those bottom fans pushing the air to? It needs to be reversed the other way, blah blah blah," and so on. So yeah, educate first then comment, thank you, these are reversed fans. Speaking of fan support and radiator support, in this case 360 mm rads on the bottom max and 3 120 or 2 140 mm fans only. On the side 2 120 or 2 140 and up to 240 mm radiator support due to the way rails are positioned. And I will explain this later cause it's a cool thing also. At the rear side, only one 120 mm fan can be used, but up top you can install up to 360 mm radiator, but up to 3 140 mm fans, and it uses a removable bracket system, so installation of the fans is super easy. While at the top, check the cool top cover. Super fine mesh installed on the bottom side of the cover, which has big enough holes, plus it is elevated about 2 cm with holes on the side as well, both for cool visual look, but also for more air to pass through. Now we come to the side rails or door, or how you ever want to call this cool thing, because if you remove the upper and bottom thumb screws, you can swivel and pull this side bracket so you can put the fans in the front and also secure the whole bracket with this cleverly hidden lever up top. So this way you are getting front intake fans, but yes, I know you're thinking, wait, how in the world this intakes air because there is glass in the front, but you get a turbo mesh in the package as well. Sorry MONTECH, it's a funny name for the front mesh piece, but I'll approve it. So this gives you completely different case configuration in case you opt to use air cooling. This would be more beneficial for that type of build. You would need to swap fans for regular intake fans, but you get the idea. Moving to the rear side, it looks very familiar, almost too familiar with Lian Li 011 cases, literally the same design, which has proven good. So you can notice the 120mm fan spot with slight space for up and down movement of the fan. Regular I/O shield space, PCI brackets do not have bars between them, so using vertical GPU kits is super easy as well. There is also a big dust cover that you can pull from the rear side, and it spans across the whole case floor. If you remove this bracket up here, you can see that it hides two hard drive caddies capable of accepting either two 3.5 or two 2.5 inch drives. Of course, you can completely take the whole cage out if you do not want to use it. The PSU goes below it, of course, which you will see once we remove the rear panel. Same as with the front panel, thumb screw at the back, pull it off and it's easy as that. It is completely perforated with a cool curvy design as well, with a built-in mesh dust cover, which can be removed only by unscrewing it from the panel. Once the panel is removed, you can obviously see that one of the peg holding clips is broken. That would be my own doing, the middle one, so I used super glue to put it back in the space. In the process, I glued my fingers and messed it up a bit, but it works, it holds the panel. Alright, you can see that the design looks familiar as the 011 cases from Lian Li, but different again. Since you can swing the side fan bracket to the front, you do get another bracket here that you can swing as well and mount side fans too. So you do not lose that side fan ability in the case you decide to use the front mesh panel. Two 120mm or two 140mm fans can be mounted here, and on the same bracket you can mount two 2.5 inch SSDs as well. The PSU installation is done from the inside of the case. It sits on a bracket with rubber padding on it, but you can also install it at the top if you need or want to, since the hard drive cage is removable as well. Maximum PSU support here is up to 190mm. The cable ties and zip tie points are present all over the case, no issues there, but what is also cool is the hidden ARGB and fan hub up in the top left corner. It can accept 10 PWM fans and 10 ARGB devices at the same time, of course, and it uses two SATA ports for power. ARGB fan and speed can be done from the motherboard as well, since it can connect to the motherboard and you can use the software that came with your motherboard, so you can control the fan speed and lights as well. But you can also use the included front button to switch between predefined RGB modes. The performance in this case is nothing short of great. I used the air cooler on purpose to see how it will behave with it, and I must say that I am surprised. With a glass panel in the front, CPU did reach a max of 80 degrees since it's an AMD Ryzen 7000 series CPU, but clocks were at their peak all the time since there is more thermal headroom, even during the AIDA64 and Cinebench R23 stress testing. After some time it peaked at 85, but still managed to keep clocks at maximum. The GPU was hitting 65 almost all the time since bottom fans are supplying it with fresh air. Using the front mesh panel did give the CPU additional 3 degrees and kept the GPU at the same 65 degrees at max. So all in all configs you are covered, but with air CPU coolers, best option is to use the front mesh panel, just in case if you go with a stronger CPU. I do recommend using an AIO in that scenario. Of course, for max performance in any scenario, using the mesh panel with side fans too will give you best thermals. But as always, you need to experiment with fan configs, as there are many variables that affect these results, even if you have similar or even the same hardware as I do. In case you are wondering how many storage devices you can fit in this case, the answer is up to 8 2.5 inch drives and 5 3.5 inch drives, since I forgot to mention that it also comes with this hard drive bracket that you can use in the bottom, but for additional 3 hard drives or SSD spaces you need to sacrifice bottom fans, so using the front fans is a must then. All of this will cost you $295, which is a reasonable price tag as you are getting so much in return. You don't have to get all these DLCs separately. This is the whole deal in one package, and you can pick between various colors such as this Prussian blue, vibrant red, pure white or gentleman black. Seriously, I love these fancy color names. gives this case more of that premium feel, which it totally have, and it's deserved as well, if you ask me. Until the next time guys, like and share the video, and I'll see you soon.